Good morning from Vatican City. Today is the day of Pope Francis's funeral. So as the sun is rising over Vatican City, pilgrims are starting to arrive in their numbers to attend the funeral Mass this morning at 10 o'clock.
400,000 pilgrims are expected today to attend Pope Francis's funeral, filling St Peter's Square and the surrounding streets.
As bishops, archbishops and cardinals begin to take their seats awaiting the Mass to begin, we can just see Archbishop Eamon Martin appearing here, just halfway onto the screen just now, and we also can see Bishop John Keenan of Paisley, who's just coming on at the top corner.
Eucharistic celebration is about to commence. You are invited to participate with faith and with recollection in Holy Mass, and to refrain from raising banners or waving flags.
So here we have the world leaders arriving. First in line we have President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, followed by the French entourage, President Emmanuel Macron and his wife, and behind him you can see the diminutive figure of President Zelensky of Ukraine.
We also have here Sir Keir Starmer and his wife just arriving and coming down the steps, as the priests are all vested now awaiting the beginning of the Requiem Mass. We can also see the President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, also making his way down the steps just now, as the cardinals are all arriving as Mass is about to begin.
Interestingly, one of these cardinals will be possibly the future Pope.
Il plebiscito di manifestazione di affetto e di partecipazione che a tutti abbiamo visto dopo il suo passaggio da questa terra. Accipite et manducate ex hoc omnes, hoc est enim corpus meum, quod pro vobis tradetur.
It's quite a humbling experience, I thought, to be here. It was an honour as well. I knew that I wasn't here just on my own account as a bishop. I was here representing the Catholics of Scotland, and so I had all of the Scottish Catholics in my heart, my prayers as I was here. But yeah, a beautiful ceremony, simple ceremony too, but the one that I think was really touching.
We had already arranged to come for the canonisation of Blessed Carlo Acutis. So when we heard the Pope had died, you know, it's another kind of, what would you say, another piece of history, a different kind of history, you know, church history. Wasn't disappointed. I was glad to be here. It's part of the church. and to, to pay homage, for the people of Scotland as well, and to thank Pope Francis for, what he's done for the church.
We slept in incredibly, which you wouldn't have believed on such an important day. So when we left the house, it was much later than we intended this morning, but we got here, but it was nearly 9 o'clock or something, and which just seemed incredibly late, because people were talking about being here from 2 o'clock last night and 5 o'clock this morning. We were like the cow's tail at the end. Anyway, but we were like, help us, Carlo, help us, Carlo. We ended up down with the press. We got into for some odd reason, which was fantastic. The BBC just said, we'll interview you, stand here with us.
I would say this is a moment in my lifetime that I will never experience again. Pope Francis was one of the best popes by far that I've obviously experienced in my time in my Catholic faith. Obviously I was a convert. I converted about 10 years ago in Easter, so he was a big part of my faith journey. He loved the poor, he loved the church, he was for the people, and you don't get a lot of that with leaders these days. So I just hope and pray that the future of the Catholic churches is in good hands, and obviously the next Pope is the correct Pope that they're going to pick. So I hope the Cardinals spend a lot of time to pray about it, as the next Pope will be for the future generation going forward.
It's been very different from the previous trips we've done. I completed my RCIA 2 years ago and probably been here 4 or 5 times for different things, and it was quite something to do, be much more involved in a big event than normal.
The organisation was really good. We didn't even leave that early this morning. We got here about 7:30 maybe, and still got a place where we could see everything that was going on.
And so that was the close of the historic Requiem Mass of His Holiness Pope Francis here in St Peter's Square.
And as you can hear the bells tolling behind us, Pope Francis' mortal remains will now be taken to Santa Maria Maggiore, just a short distance down the road here.
And as we continue to pray for the repose of the soul of Pope Francis, the minds of the billion Catholics on earth turn towards the future Pope and the conclave which is coming very soon. Until then, thank you for joining Sancti Familia Media.